Oil Civil and batch of 97 ME, Structural Engineering. So this journey started for me from the function we had, the 175-year function, and Dr. Prem Krishna had taught us when I was there, doing my B and ME also. So this presentation is basically sharing my experiences in TCS and Tata Group. I can voice over whatever is not visible to you from the panel. Cheers. After this, you can just press one click. Yeah. So last role at TCS, I'm ex-TCSer now. Just in September, I mutually decided to part away. I wanted to do more, but that's something was mutually more beneficial to do more. And I discussed with Mukesh sir. And he said, no, we have multiple innings in private industry and this is just the beginning for you, it's not the end. So, yeah, next slide please. So, Mukesh sir explained about the technology revolution that actually started in public notice with the IT revolution in India. And I passed, as I said, 97 March and joined TCS immediately after that, and since then I could work for 28 plus years all along in TCS. At that time, FC Kohli was the chairman and Ramadurai ji was just getting into the CEO role. Both are very renowned experts. FC Kohli ji is called father of Indian IT revolution. And Ramadurai ji made TCS the first $1 billion valuation company in revenue. So, of course, the valuation was much more for TCS, the highly valued, most blue chip stock, all through. I joined in 97 March, and my experience and expertise developed. I joined in Gurgaon, then I shifted to Lucknow, and then eventually to Mumbai about 15 years back. And Mumbai sabki aayi hai, it takes care of everyone like a mother. It's 1% of India, exactly 1.35 crore, which is 1% exactly of how many billions we are in India. Yeah. Now we know, so what we're really proud of in TCS and Tata Group is the first bullet there, the code of conduct we had evolved, and the founder's memory, Jamshedji Tata, who even much before independence had this dream to establish an institute of premium eminence for science, because we had lawyers, we had arts people, we call now. There was no commerce, there was no science in India at that time. And he also dreamed and all through worked to establish steel manufacturing in India, which is now Tata Steel, we know of. It was a dream. He dreamt almost just at the time that Roorkee was formed 175 years back. And he, just at the turn of 20th century rather, 1901 was his last year. And till that year he was traveling all across the globe. He was undertaking travel to work. He was probably 90 plus. And he still was working to make his dreams come true. He was writing to the viceroy and whatnot. Anyways, so all this experience of 28 years, advice to juniors, have a serving attitude, have patience, because you need a lot of patience in any job, any effort you do, and you have to understand continuously. And a serving attitude always pays back. It always is what. So my batchmate Mallika ji has joined from Goa, and she is very gracious. My wife Shweta is there. We married in 1998, and she has been phenomenal part of all this journey, this know-how, this work we have done together. Also, integrity and honesty has always been there, and I learned Tata Group was always right, always honest, always integral. The systems were built around that. It was not just in paper. I was an aspirant for railways, maybe IS, and it turned out much better, I think, for me at least. And government, yeah, and it was a time, 1995, when the privatization, liberalization had happened. Indian economy was struggling. We had put in our gold to UK. Please keep your mobile phones on mute, not to disturb others. And it says some tips like, over a period of time, no alcohol, no smoking at offices, global offices especially. So if you move globally, I moved to Switzerland. If you saw the first slide, it was like a memory for me. I went first to Switzerland, and this is how I go back. That's good. So this is like a staircase, and it will just open to road. Keep on there, no issues. And a lone consultant from TCS roaming around the globe is about it, sympathizes. And the journey was not easy, it was to time it. The journey was not easy, you laughed at in US, especially in Switzerland also there was some amount of racism. No entries to Pizza Hut for Indians, dogging Indians out, all that. But we turned it around. Our value system kept us going. Yeah, come back to the previous slide. Next slide, yeah. Come back. So, next slide. Yeah. So this is something familiar to most of the techies, IT world techies. On the left, how it started. First lessons. Control C and Control V. Copy and paste is the classic Windows command. Microsoft stack. And now extended to Mac also with your Command C and Command V. And it extended essentially to Control X, Control Y, Control Z, which is nothing but cut. Then Control Y is redo, I think, and Control Z is undo or reverse. Let us see. Let's not go into those details. And then we have Control A to select all, Control B to make it bold, Control I to make it italics, Control S to save it. So a lot of shortcuts are there, and then it says Control F, Control R, Control N, and then Control P for printing, and so on. The series you learn over time as you grow mature over time. So it's an intense, inductive series of experience, and learning primarily was the focus. Learning throughout your life and applying what you have learned practically to your efforts. तो मेरे पहले पीएल जो थे प्रोजेक्ट लीडर बनारस के थे, ITBHU पे कंप्यूटर साइंस थे, नाम नहीं ले सकता हूँ. अपने मरे ही स्वर्ग मिलता है, मतलब वो बनारस के थे तो बोलते थे. आप में से काफ़ी लोग बनारस से होंगे. तो you get heaven as and how and only when you die, when you yourself die. तो वो बोलते थे कि अपना काम खुद करो, आपको प्रिंटर भी निकालना है, प्रिंटर से भी निकालना है पेपर, तो खुद करो. पियॉन्स नहीं होते थे, हम लोग अपना काम करते थे, प्रिंटिंग करते थे, प्रिंटर सेट करते थे, कंप्यूटर से नेटवर्क सेट करते थे. और हमारे ऑफिस पेपरलेस और डिजिटल थे शुरुआत से, और बाद में और भी ज़्यादा. और सिस्टम्स जो थे वो अकाउंटिंग और रुपीस का एक रुपये का हिसाब रखते थे. सिस्टम्स इंजीनियर कहते थे हमको इनिशियली, सिस्टम्स इंजीनियर. इट वाज वेरी इनोवेटिव बाय FC कोहली साहब. हम सिस्टम्स बनाते थे, कंप्यूटर सिस्टम्स या IT सिस्टम्स, इंफॉर्मेशन सिस्टम्स. और उसके बाद होते थे हम इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी एनालिस्ट बनते थे. सो एनालिस्ट इज जस्ट information technology, but what about that? You are an analyst when you're promoted. and then a consultant, which was my grade. So there's a series there. And in the appraisal system was very unique. So this for the youngsters who are just venturing into work. So although it was a 5-point system, it was between 3 to 5 always, the ratings. And the bands which decided your compensation were normally A to C, although A, B, C, D, E tak jate the wo. But you never used to get D or E. You will stay between A and C. Only the people like in bad times or decision times, it will happen. So, next one. So, now if you remember this slide, it's related to Udan. We published Udan, and this is the article. This is poetry by Rudyard Kipling ji, if poem hai. And just it will inspire you to keep you inspired to go on. You look it up, the source is there at the bottom. So I can't read so verbose, but you can access it in Poetry Foundation. I have already shared the presentations and materials with you on the group, on the WhatsApp group we have common. So if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you will be a man, my son. So Kipling had written this for his son, and that is something that kept on emotionally appealing me. And I struggled a lot medically, and a lot of things happened. Some of you know it. Wife was a great support, and because of her only I am standing here, in full strength and capability. So, which is more, you will be a man and son. Next one. And this is the one I was talking about, the Udan article. So, learnings as the program manager is probably my second last slide. I'll have just one slide after this. So, always think about how I'll get it done. What can we achieve? Never think of negativity. What are the alternatives? What else we can do? Always find out, right? Ensure you are in the driving seat. I am the leader. Improve your standing as a boss. No delay or excuse at work. Tomorrow never comes. So tomorrow never comes was given by Professor Jay Krishna and Professor Prem Krishna. They used to quote this a lot. Tomorrow never comes. So you have no excuses for push work to tomorrow. आज करे सो आज करे सो काल करे सो आज. And seize moments of opportunity. Yeah, next one. So I shared the basic presentation structure with you. Final thoughts. We are time bound. You can just read through it. So Mukesh sir was talking of the technological revolution, how we did it, the nuts bolt of it in TCS, Tata Group is one sample study here. We went abroad, I went, Shweta, me, my elder daughter went to US for 3 years. And we had a great time in Texas, San Antonio, and came back to India almost 20-25 years back, and served all through India also. So that those transitions are not difficult if you are committed, if you can make it. And I spent my last days in TCS Olympus office, that is Thane office. We are settled at Thane, reading the inspiring biography of Sri Jamshedji Tata by Sri R.M. Dada with intricate details of his efforts to serve his country and community. Traveling across the globe and continuous efforts in stretch till the last day of his life, he was the first founder in India. So, we have to credit our seniors, our forebearers. We talk of startups. So, how Tata was also a startup before TCS was a startup, and now we have a startup. We are very fortunate, really, actually. To belong to such a time and place where things are happening for India, and we are being recognized across the globe now for our contributions, our values, and that is the journey we have to take. And everyone, the young ones, the young batches will do. Sure, I'm sure of that. So that's it. You can just thank you.